Dr. Kiler. Healer of beasts.
Mrs. Chandler?
Come in. Just having a little taste. Won't you join me?
No, I don't think I will at the moment, thank you. I wanted to talk to Vance if I could.
Vance. Vance is out somewhere.
Well, his car is in the driveway, Mrs. Chandler.
Oh, is it? Maybe I didn't hear him come in. Vance? Are you in there? Just because his car is outside, that doesn't necessarily mean he's here. I mean, these boys all drive one another's cars all the time, you know. Vance?
What?
You're right. Here's the Phantom of Dragstrip Hollow.
Vance, I'd like to know who was driving the car that hit me this morning.
Gosh, Dr. Kiler, what car?
You know what car. You were right behind it.
What the devil are you doing? Throwing fruit into my fireplace?
If I go out the door, I'm going to call the sheriff's office. Now, do you want that? Or do you want to answer my question? I understand there's a $750 fine hanging over you now.
He's a friend of mine. He doesn't live around here.
Who is he? Where does he live?
His name is Carl Dibble, and he lives in Wheaton.
Where in Wheaton?
I don't know the name of the street. I could get there. It's near the armory. But I don't know the name of the street.
I'll find it. Goodbye, Mrs. Chandler.
Oh, stop by anytime.
Honey, remember you have to have him clipped all over and all the way to the skin. And keep him away from any dried grass, any old grass. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Foxtails. It'll be 50% of my business between now and September. I can't get anybody to cut their grass.
How do you do, Doctor? I'm Officer Geary.
Yes, sir. I understand you have some news for me.
I do. We found your brown Triumph TR6.
That's what it was.
Yes. It was registered to Raymond Dibble. He lives at 21348 Benoit Street in Wheaton. He also has a son, Carl, who's 17, who's authorized to drive the car. And we located that car in Dibble's garage. And we also noted that the front headlamp was broken, as you described, with traces of blood on it. You say you broke that with a karate chop?
Yeah.
That's quite a trick.
Well, I used to do a lot of that before my wife civilized me.
Well, that's really something. That kid's lucky that it was a headlamp and not his head.
I don't want to break anybody's head. On the other hand, I don't want anybody to break my tail either.
Well, as I say, we've got the car in evidence, so it's up to you whether you want to prosecute or not.
Yeah. And do you have the Dibble's telephone number?
Yes, sure. You have a pencil and paper?
Yeah.
I didn't even know who you were. I knew the guys were kind of ticked off about the speed bumps and everything, but I didn't know it was you who did it.
Would it have made any difference?
Yes, sir. No, sir, please. I promise you it won't ever happen again. Look, I'd really appreciate it if you wouldn't say anything to the police. I know I was wrong. But my dad, he just got another job. And we're just starting to do a little bit better now. It'd really wipe him out if he had to pay for a lawsuit or anything like that.
A lawsuit? Nobody's talking about a lawsuit. This is not a civil offense. It's a criminal offense. They can put you away.
Please, sir. Honest to God, I swear to you, I'm never going to have anything more to do with the guys around here. It's just because we're out cruising and drinking beer, honest to God.
Well, Carl, I don't know. I promise you one thing. If I press charges, you won't go it alone. Your friends will have to shoulder their end of the blame. But I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
I'll show you how.
Thanks. I promise you, It won't ever happen again.
He really seems to be sorry. Why don't we just wait and see what happens? I mean, now that things have kind of cooled down, maybe there won't be any need to get involved in a court action.
Now, I know I was a little hard on him, but that was the whole point in asking him to come over.
Well, I just want to get on with our lives.
I don't know. But if those boys can get away with running a man down in his own driveway, what's next? I don't want to go to court. We've got kids of our own to worry about. Next time it could be one of them.
I know.
All rise. The Municipal Court of the State of California, Bogan Judicial District is now in session. The Honorable William Vernon, Judge, presiding. Please be seated.
Is Dr. Kiler here? Yes, sir. And, Vance Chandler?
Present, Your Honor.
Ronald Werner?
Mr. Werner is present, Your Honor.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Faraday. Carl B. Dibble, is he here?
Yes, Your Honor. Here.
And the parents of these boys, will they please stand? And you are, madam?
Eleanor Dibble, sir.
I'm sorry, madam. You'll have to speak up.
Eleanor Dibble, sir.
You're Carl Dibble's mother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, madam. You may sit down. Are Ronald Werner's people here? It was specifically urged that the parents of these boys be present for this hearing. Did you gentlemen make that quite clear to the parents concerned, Miss Faraday?
Mr. and Mrs. Werner are presently vacationing in the Caribbean, Your Honor. However, I was able to contact them by telephone, and they both expressed their faith in their son's innocence and their confidence in my ability to convey that innocence to the court.
I see. And why are neither of the Chandler boys' parents here?
Your Honor, Vance's father is a builder. He was compelled to be present at a construction site in the Palm Desert area today.
What about the mother?
Mrs. Chandler wasn't feeling well, and it was my judgment, Your Honor, that her presence here today could serve no useful purpose.
She must have been feeling very poorly indeed to have wished herself absent from a hearing so vitally important for her son.
Yes, sir.
You begin to see, I think, gentlemen, the root of the problem that we're dealing with here. Parents who absolve themselves from all responsibility for their sons by giving them material things instead of guidance. Now, I am going to postpone this hearing until September the 15th at 8:30 a.m. in this department, and I want one parent for each of these boys present. Now, is that understood? And if they don't come here voluntarily, by heaven, I'll subpoena them.